What's up, everyone? My name is Shaelyn, and on this channel, everything's all right. As you can see, we are in a completely different setting for the last episode of Breaking 10,000 Barriers of the year. We're in my car, which you guys never come in this car because it's in Canada, which is where I am right now, because I came down for the holidays to spend it with my family. And yeah, there's literally a guy walking on the lake right now and not falling through, so it's that cold here right now. But yeah, this is the 12-month episode of me starting my series of Breaking 10,000 Barriers, and it's pretty exciting. I could have waited until January to do this big comparison video, but since it's been 12 months, which is equivalent to a full year, I decided I would compare my January footage to December to see how drastic the improvements are that I've made over the year. So that's what I'm doing this episode. As per the last several months, I would say, I think it's been since like August, I've done the exercise where I weight bear on my affected arm. So I put that in there. I didn't do that in January, but I did do that in December, obviously, because that's what I've started my exercises with. Starting off with the hand category. What is this freaking called? It's December and I still don't know what any of these exercises are called. Wrist flexion and extension. In January, in this exercise, my wrist is very stiff and I'm like, oh my god, what am I getting myself into with doing this series? I look like I hate it and I'm very sad. Obviously, this could contribute to the fact that I didn't do my weight bearing before I did my exercises, or even take a bath like I've been doing more recently to loosen up my muscles. But yeah, that looks horrible and nothing like I'm used to. Oh, by the way, this is all a first reaction. I just edited the clips together. And then so flash forward to this month, December 2022. Wow. Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna get emotional or anything, but it's crazy to see improvement like that. My wrist is so much looser and I just look like it's nothing. Like it's just like natural to like move my wrist in that pattern. That's crazy. I will say I had different goals for what I would be able to do this month, and I didn't really achieve many of those, but obviously I think I was pretty transparent about the fact that I wasn't as consistent with these exercises as I had planned to be. But I did set a really high expectation for myself, and that was really hard to keep going with. So unfortunately I didn't achieve what I planned to achieve by now, but I mean, there's always this next coming year for me to work on it, and honestly, as long as I need to do this for, because it's just really hard to constantly be working on my recovery and function normally day to day. Anyway, moving on to the second exercise. I forget what this is called, but I'll put it on the screen if I remember when I'm editing. In January, very slow and stiff looking and painful, it looks like, as well. And something I'm also noticing is all of the clips from January are much longer. The duration of the clip is much longer than the clip from this month. So that just tells you how much more efficient I've gotten at these movements than December. That is literally insane that I'm able to now kind of relax my arm and wrist and hand in a way where it will flip over and do that other movement itself. That's honestly insane to me. I can't believe that I was able to achieve that. Way more functional than it was in January. Next hand exercise is opening and closing my hand. January. Oh, I didn't even know how to go about this exercise, it looks like. I was doing something completely different than I do now. Looks really painful, and like I'm unsure how to even try to make my hand open. So December, my fingers are moving by themselves, and I'm able to open and close my hand with wrist movement. That's really cool that I'm able to work on that consistently. Moving on to the arm category now. The first exercise is flexing and extending my bicep. In January, oof. Yeah, that's looking really painful and really stiff and slow. I remember at this moment literally thinking, why am I doing this? This is gonna suck to have to try and do every single day. And honestly, I felt like I didn't want to. So that's fun. So then in December, wow. My hand and fingers themselves are so loose compared to that first clip. And my movement is super consistent and smooth looking and just way more functional, like I've been saying. The next exercise is raising my arm above my head. In January, oh, I can't even straighten my elbow, like at all. I'm basically putting my wrist up to the top of my head. Whoa. And then in January, that came quick. Arm is much straighter, not perfectly straight by any means, but my elbow is so much straighter. It's only slightly bent, and the movement is way more smooth and consistent. So that's amazing. This is really cool. I'm glad that I'm doing the comparison to January. Last exercise in the arm category is reaching my arm behind me. In January, there's hardly any movement at all. I think I've explained this before, but any movement past my body, like behind me rather than in front of me, was near impossible in January, and is really hard for stroke survivors to kind of gain back. Anything behind you or backwards is really tough. So yeah, I can see that I was barely even getting my elbow behind me. And then so in December, wow. I mean, I am twisting my torso quite a bit, but I was in January as well. My shoulder, you can see my shoulder in the December clip is actually moving behind my body, which was never the case before. So moving on to the foot category, this one is flexing and pointing my foot. In January, I physically had to lift my foot with my right foot to even get that motion at all. That there was no movement there at all. And then in December, damn, it looks like over the 12 months I've adapted a way to hold my knee straight while bending and straightening my leg to help with flexing and pointing my foot. So it's great if you need adaptations and different ways to do any type of functional movement. Absolutely do it. Just why not? Honestly. Second exercise in the foot category is raising and lowering my ankle. So in January, I was physically moving my ankle through that movement by grabbing hold of my foot with my hand and pulling it through the movement. Then in December, dang, dude. So I will say, compared to an able foot, my affected ankle is definitely slightly stiff looking. But I mean, look at the movement that I have. I can basically go up to a full 90 degrees. Oh my God. Oh, there's my hair clip. I was looking for that at my sister's house. Okay, I'm gonna forget that, so I better put that in my purse. A lot of these are major accomplishments, honestly. Next exercise in the foot category is wiggling my toes. In January, I was physically grabbing each individual toe and giving it a wiggle, which really wasn't doing a lot. So then in December, I've adapted to pulling my toes down and releasing to kind of try and train my brain to do the motion of letting go of a tense toe movement. Yeah, and honestly, that looks great compared to no movement at all, so yay. Last category is leg movement. First exercise is kicking my butt with my heel. Okay. I'll definitely be putting screenshots in of like comparing heights and stuff like that and movements and whatever. Looks like the highest I could go was 90 degrees with my ankle or with my knee. And then in December, dang, I know in past months, like I think it might have been November or October, I think I was able to actually pretty much kick my butt with my heel, which is crazy, but I'll put the side by side up anyway. That's wild. My hamstring has really improved over this last year. And then the next exercise is the straight leg fire hydrants. So in January, whoa, oh my gosh, okay, I couldn't even bring my leg up very far at all. And then in December, wow. And I'll add, I was also holding on to the back of my mom's couch to get the balance to do that. But then in December, I was doing that completely center floor, as dancers would call it. And it looks like it's up to like the height of my hip, which is crazy. And then the last exercise that I have been doing since like maybe 6 months ago, I think. I'm not sure when I started doing my balancing exercise on my affected leg, but I didn't do this in January, so there's nothing to compare it to from then. But last month I wrote down I did balance for 6.9 seconds last month. This is December's footage. I was able to balance on my left leg for 10.5 seconds, which actually I think is my new personal best that I've done on camera in this series. That's freaking crazy. I'm so excited. Another comparison that I wanted to add, in January 2022, it took me 39 minutes and 58 seconds of footage to film all of my exercises. And that's obviously with like breaks and breathing and, you know, all of that, because it was tough to even start out, so I needed to take breaks in between exercises. But then when I filmed this in December, it took me 19 minutes and 52 seconds. So there's about a 20-minute difference between January and 12 months from then, with how long it takes me to get through all of these exercises. So that's really good, actually. And yeah, I'm really excited to continue this journey. I know it's breaking 10,000 barriers, so it's supposed to only be the 12 months, but this is my official announcement, I guess, that I'm going to be continuing breaking 10,000 barriers for as long as it takes to recover from my paralysis. I also want to thank you guys for being along with me for this journey. Your likes and your comments and everything are really encouraging for me, and you guys don't have to do that, but it's really nice to see all the support that I have, and I really appreciate it. I don't know, honestly, how I would continue this journey of filming these updates every month without you guys consistently supporting me and encouraging me to keep going. So thank you so much. And also, I was gonna say this at the beginning of the video, but I forgot. Last year, I did take a 2-week break in January after like this last video of the year. I am going to be doing that again this year. I want to kind of allot myself that little break period every single year so that I have myself a Christmas break or like a new year break. I don't know. So I am going to be taking the first 2 weeks of January off. So if you notice that I'm not posting and you're confused, don't be confused, because I'll be back in the 3rd week of January. Don't worry. I'm not quitting or anything like that. So yeah, Happy New Year. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you so much for all of your support this year. We've gained such a huge audience since last year. And honestly, it's mind-blowing. I can't believe that so many people enjoy watching my videos and support me and are subscribed to me and everything. But nonetheless, I am so thankful for each and every one of you. Let's keep it going because we're almost at our 500 subscriber goal, which I believe I said I was going to put out a video of me doing my pasta recipe, I think. It's delicious and you guys will not regret it. So keep it up, keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep liking, keep commenting. Let's get to 500 subscribers. And then the story time that I'm going to be telling for my 1,000 subscriber goal is out of this world. Like, you guys, I'm honestly kind of not excited to have to relive it by telling the story, but you guys are going to just go crazy for it. So let's keep it pushing. We can do it. I believe it. I will see you in 2 weeks. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow me on all my socials linked in the description down below. And I will see you next year for another new video. Okay, bye. Oh, too far. Yeah. Click it or take it, people.